So take a quick extension across that team, and we talked a little bit about SonicWall specifically as one of your key partners. But overall, I know we know that you work with a lot of technology partners. How have they supported you and your clients during this time?
Honestly, we deal with a number of partners and vendors, and they've been nothing short of amazing to us. Early on, customers started reaching out to us looking for relief. What I mean by relief, hey, can we defer payment for 2 or 3 months? We might not be able to pay. Is there, some kickback we can get? Is there a percentage off we can get? And we try to be very mindful to our customers and do what we could with them. But in the meantime, that also meant that we need to look at our vendors and our technology partners and say, well, what can they do for us? Because if a customer's leaning on us, we kind of need to be able to lean back on our partners and our vendors too. Right. And they've been nothing but accommodating to us, very understanding. They've given us a relief that we've been able to pass on to many of our customers. And many times, through this, I've told people, everyone needs everyone during times like this. And the technology community and our partners have just been fantastic through this entire thing.
So I guess on that note around just support and communication, obviously how you engage with the partners, how you engage with prospects, how you engage with clients, like all that's shifted, right? How would you, and the folks we've talked to, they're struggling with how to try to figure out, again, this new normal. What are you seeing on how to actually change, how you deal with those different sets of people? And, what do you have to, do you have to support sales in a different way because, they can't go out and shake hands and go to dinner and do things like from a technology perspective?
Yeah. I mean, you got to learn how to support a remote workforce, right? And everybody's doing that now. And that means having technology out there that maybe people are not used to using. So now you have to be able to provide them support and training on that. From a sales perspective, getting them used to using new sales applications. Luckily enough, we use Salesforce, so our sales team is pretty trained up on that, and they have access to Salesforce wherever they need to. But for a lot of businesses, they don't have that, so they have to get used to supporting a remote workforce. Is the hardest thing that I've seen people dealing with today, and a lot of questions that I've gotten over the last 3 or 4 weeks is, how do you deal with a workforce that you can't see, you can't feel or touch every day, right? That's really difficult for people that are used to having somebody in the office every single day, and now somebody's at home and they're trying to do things over the phone. A lot of that goes back to security awareness training though too, because I dive into security a lot when I go into this stuff, but it's just increased the threat landscape so much for us with having remote workforce now. And we've seen an increase in phishing attempts when it comes to email. Social engineering is going to kick up too. So now it's like, well, how do I verify that it's actually Chris that's on the phone telling me that he needs access or his password reset, and it's not actually Nick from somebody else trying to social engineer me? Like, you have to be able to teach employees how to pick up on that. And you probably, as a business, if you've never done that before, you have to have processes created for your support team to even know what to do and what questions to ask.